under duress to make certain announcements.
You know, prior to the APC primary elections, there was apprehension about certain guidelines that were released by APC, where, you know, aspirants were expected to sign an undertaking, you know, to consent to decision of shadow poll or whatever that means in the party and all of that. Could it be that Senator Botched is, you know, happens to emerge as a result of this decision or consensus or whatever arrangement, you know?
I wouldn't know specifically, but the little that I know of, you know, there is party constitution, there are party guidelines on how to conduct the primaries, and there's also the Electoral Act of 2022, you know, on how the party, you know, should go about conducting its own primaries. It is an internal affairs of the party. However, the law says INEC must supervise or must go there to monitor. Even police has been given a role now in 2022 Electoral Act to provide, you know, enough security for primaries to take place. But what I am saying, there was no primaries. There was no even invitation for INEC to go and conduct to go and monitor primaries. I think the invitation by the party was to go and have meeting with the stakeholders and not to go and monitor, because there are stages. After meeting with the stakeholders to monitor, you also need, you know, a specific mandate. Now that we are satisfied, this is the mode of primaries that is going to take place, so you are now invited to go and monitor. So whether the primaries, you know, was to be direct primaries, indirect primaries, they are all issues before the court, and it's not something that I want to go deep into, because I don't want to be
also,
seen.
Senator, you mentioned direct and indirect. Yes, the chairman of the election committee to your state said that the Abuja National, the National APC, directed that they should use direct primaries. But some aspirants were not comfortable with that. Do you think that could have affected?
It's not comfortable. You see, whatever we are going to do, let us be honest, let us be sincere. You know, a lot of people are saying that politics is a dirty game. Politics is a very, very clean game. It is the people in politics that are dirty. And what is happening is that there was no directive from the headquarters of APC that direct election should be made. There was no directive to that effect. None whatsoever on the 25th, none on the 26th when the primaries were conducted. I can tell you there wasn't any, because directives comes from the party headquarters and not from the state headquarters. And all directives are written, because this is so critical. You cannot just sit down, take your phone and say, okay, go and do direct primaries. No, who will do that? Is it the chairman of the party, His Excellency Abdullahi Adamu, that will take his telephone and say, well, committee, go and do direct primaries, or the legal advisor, or the national organizing secretary? Who gave the directives? There wasn't.
So what's the involvement of the national secretariat or the national headquarters of the APC as far as this matter is concerned?
As far as this matter is concerned, you know, the national headquarters, you know, has actually written, you know, a letter on the 23rd, you know, about the mode of the mode of primaries that is going to be done to INEC. On the 25th, they wrote another letter again, excluding, not including Taraba as one of the states to conduct direct primaries. So there wasn't any counter letter until 30th, after primaries had taken place, that the headquarters has actually forgotten. It's inadvertent, you know, that it's a human error that they could not, you know, put Taraba as one of the states to do direct primaries. So, I mean, just let's take example, you know, I'm inviting you, you know, to come to a wedding of my daughter or wedding of my son, and the wedding is on Friday, and I gave you and you got the invitation on Sunday or Monday, and I will now hold you accountable that you didn't come to the wedding day. So I mean, there are all issues that I think lack of sincerity, lack of honesty, and I think we must stand up, to make sure that this politics we are going to do, we must be honest, we must be realistic, we must have integrity with all the skills. We have seen the integrity in President Muhammadu Buhari. In the next meeting, before the advent of the of APC now, he clearly stated how this thing should be done. That there should be honesty and dedication. There should not be impunity. There should not be imposition. It's very, very clear. NEC has taken that position. So, I mean.